Good morning, friends. George Bush Airport, Terminal C, 6:20 a.m. The security line moves slowly. A father stands just outside the rope. His daughter, his only child, is 18, just graduated high school 3 weeks ago. She chose a university in Portland, 2,000 miles from home. He begged her to stay closer. She said, "Daddy, I need to go." She hugs him, picks up her backpack, and starts walking toward the checkpoint. 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet. Then she turns, waves, smiles, and disappears into the crowd. The father keeps standing there long after she's gone, because at that moment he realized something. The hardest part of being a father was never teaching her to walk. The hardest part is letting her walk away. Not because he loves her less, because he loves her so much. And sometimes human love reaches a boundary where our hands can no longer hold on. That is exactly where today's gospel cuts like a knife. Jesus says, "Whoever loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me." These are unsettling words. If we misread them, we think Jesus is asking us to love our families less. He is not. He's asking us to love him first. Because there is a dangerous truth about human affection. The person standing between you and God is rarely your enemy. It is almost always the person you love the most. We take the people we love and quietly place them on the altar of our hearts. We look to them for what only God can give. And without realizing it, our love becomes idolatry. No human being can carry what belongs to God. When you make someone your everything, you place a burden on them they were never meant to carry. That is why Jesus immediately speaks about the cross. The cross is the crisis of surrender. The cross is the exact place where love stops possessing and starts trusting. It is the decision to say, "Lord, I love them, but they belong to you first." There are parents in this church today carrying children in their hearts. Children who have drifted from the faith. Children who are making choices they do not understand. There are husbands and wives carrying burdens they cannot fix. And there are people here carrying worries that keep them awake at night. Surrender is not giving up. Surrender is placing into God's hands what never belongs in ours. Then Jesus makes a surprising turn. Whoever gives only a cup of cold water. Why? Because once God is at the center, love is freed from the anxiety of control. You no longer have to save the world. You are free to love the person in front of you. A text message, a quiet prayer, a simple act of kindness, a cup of cold water. So, my dear friends, who is on the altar of your heart today? Who are you trying to rescue? Who are you losing sleep trying to control? Bring that person to this altar and do not simply ask God to bless them. Hand them over. When you extend your hands to receive the Eucharist, look at your open palms. The hands that receive Christ today are the same hands that must finally let go. Stop holding what only God can hold. Allow God to be God. The father at the airport eventually turned around and drove home. His hands were empty, but his heart was finally at peace because the one waiting for his daughter in Portland and the one waiting for you on this altar loves them infinitely more than we ever could. So tonight, stop carrying what belongs to God and rest in the hands that never let go. Amen.